Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Polygon Matic, whose current price stands at the $1.1599 mark, and here on TradingView the market is down by 2.19%. and in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out basing my analysis on the Elliot wave structures, the Fibonacci's, the key areas of support and resistances, and also draw out any key chart patterns that you have information on this chart. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening here on the Polygon Matic chart. From the all-time high, we have been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective movement, which has now taken us back to around the $0.32 mark, and having done so, I believe it has done the minimum that we expected it to do in its ABC corrective movement, and very soon we are going to see a very nice bounce to the upper side, obeying this Elliot wave structure, having a wave 5 taking us back to an all-time high in the next bull market. And getting into the formation of this Elliot wave structure that I have right here, I believe we have completed that movement to the upper side in the formation of this higher Elliot wave count 1. And if I jump to the 4-hour chart so that we can see that better, here on the 4-hour chart you can see I have this Elliot wave structure that I have in yellow, which is a fractal wave within that first wave to the upper side. Because a first wave to the upper side is an impulsive wave, we expected to see fractal waves in formation within that first wave to the upper side, and I believe we have seen that, having a wave 5 completing that higher Elliot wave count 1, making its peak at around the $1.3 mark in the previous pump that we had this week. And getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this Elliot wave structure so that I can give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out here on the Polygon Matic chart. After making our low down there, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, making our high for that first wave, then saw a very nice retracement to the lower side in the formation of our wave 2. Then after making the low of that second wave, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, making the peak for that third wave at around the $1.05 mark. And after seeing the peak of that third wave, we expected a very nice retracement over here in the formation of our wave 4. And because the fourth wave is a retracement of the third wave, we can use the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of that second wave to the high of that wave 3 to give us a minimum retracement area to the lower side in the formation of our wave 4. And that is between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that. And that target area lies between the $0.81 mark and the $0.66 mark, and you can see we retraced into that target area down here, making our low at around the $0.69 mark, which is perfectly within that target area that I have drawn out here on the charts as the minimum target area in the formation of a fourth wave. And whatever I expected next after the formation of that fourth wave to the lower side is a movement to the upper side, which should be an impulsive movement to the upper side in the formation of a fifth wave, and that movement will be completing a higher Elliot wave count 1. And we have seen that movement right here in this movement right here. And before I draw out the Elliot wave structures that we have on this movement, it's good that I show you the key chart patterns that we have information on this chart before I get to the Elliot wave structures. In the formation of a fourth wave, the price of Polygon Matic had been trading within this channel, which I have highlighted here in yellow, and at some point we found support at around the $0.78 mark, then saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, managed to break out of the channel to the upper side, and we even saw a retest of that upper side of the channel. And after the retest was in, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, making our peak at around the $0.96 mark, which is slightly above a key area of resistance at around the $0.95 mark. And after seeing the breakout out of that channel that we have seen down here, we saw the formation of another chart pattern, which is a double top. And if I draw it out, we can have that as the first top, then saw a bit of a retracement to the lower side in the formation of the neckline, then saw another bounce in the formation of the second top, and after that we saw a very nice breakout to the lower side. And this is a chart pattern that normally breaks to the lower side, having the target area of that breakout as the height between the tops and the neckline. So using a trend line, we can get that height between the neckline and the tops, and then place that height down here below the neckline to give us a minimum target area back to around the $0.8341 mark. And you can see we retraced into that target area down here, and after making the low for that after seeing that breakout, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, which was an impulsive movement to the upper side, completing that movement to the upper side in the formation of a higher Elliott wave count 1. And if I draw out my Elliott wave structures here on this chart so that I can also give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out over here. After making our low in the formation of our fourth wave, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, which has been obeying the Elliott wave structures, having that as the first wave to the upper side. Then saw a very nice retracement over here in the formation of our wave 2. Then a very nice impulsive movement, making a peak at around the $0.96 mark in the formation of our wave 3. Then saw a very nice retracement over here in the formation of our wave 4, which almost got invalidating by retracing back to around the $0.85 mark, which was my key area of invalidation, but we didn't quite invalidate that movement to the upper side in the formation of that Elliott wave structure, because whatever we formed over here were just wicks from those candlesticks. Then after making the low of that fourth wave, we saw a very nice movement to the upper side in the formation of our wave 5, making a peak at around the $1.3 mark. And using the Fibonacci's, we can get to see whether that wave 5 to the upper side has done the minimum that we expected a wave 5 to the upper side to do. And using the trend based Fibonacci, we can use the trend based Fibonacci to get to see whether that fifth wave to the upper side has done the minimum that we expected that higher Elliott wave count 1 to the upper side to do. And I just need to connect the trend based Fibonacci from the low of that first wave to the high of that first wave, then drag the fibs to the high of that wave 3, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side at around the fib level 0.0618, and that is at around the $1.25 mark. And you can see we made our high at around the $1.3 mark, meaning we fully maximized that target area to the upper side in the formation of that higher Elliott wave count 1. And whatever I expect next here on the Polygon Matic chart, now that we have seen the high of that higher Elliott wave count 1, I'm expecting a very nice retracement over here in the formation of a higher Elliott wave count 2. And because a higher Elliott wave count 2 is a retracement of the first wave, we can use the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of that first wave down there to the high of that wave 1 to give us a minimum retracement area back to the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.5, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that, which perfectly lies between the $0.93 mark and the $0.81 mark. So that is the minimum that I'm expecting these a corrective movement to the lower side to do in the formation of a higher Elliott wave count 2. And within that movement, I also expect to see an ABC corrective movement also play out here on the Polygon Matic chart. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated on that. Also taking a look at the indicators to see what movements will be supported here on the RSI. On the RSI, we are trading at around the 66 mark, and that is after seeing a bit of a retracement because we had been trading within the overbought region, and that means lower prices are coming our way because we have massive room for us to support any movements to the lower side. Also taking a look at the MACD, here on the MACD we have printed a bearish cross, and that means lower prices are coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.